Welcome back, trainers. So we're going to be going over which type of move do you want for your Pokemon when you go into PvP regarding your quick move, because there is a bit of confusion regarding that. So I'm going to cover it and talk about it even more, even though I've thoroughly went over this. So we're taking a look at this right here. You're here looking great. I do have Smackdown, Surf, and then Stone Edge. We have Surf for a bit of coverage, plus it's a 2-charge bar move continuously happening. Even if it's not super effective going up against the opponent, it's going to possibly scare them into using their shield or just taking off their health a little bit. Smackdown is just an extremely strong move. Now, if they pull out their Metagross and you had the Mud Shot, then you'd be doing super effective damage. But with Smackdown, I'm not doing that. But that's okay because Smackdown is an extremely strong move as it is. So let's go over this. Do you want the stronger quick move or the weaker one? It's going to be a little bit faster, but charging up your charge bar quicker, right? Because certain situations will call for different movesets, all right? Now, I did go over in the past that Psycho Cut and Confusion, the comparison, which one was better? It depends on really what you're trying to go up against. If you have a friendship level of Ultra to Best Friends, probably leaning towards more of the Best Friends, and you're in a raid, or a gym battle, I guess, but let's just focus on the raids because you don't really need that Best Friend bonus to go up against any gym. You're gonna have more damage with Confusion. Right, so let me get this out of the way. If you're in a PvP match with Mewtwo, having Psycho Cut will probably be in your best interest because you're not always going to be going up against something that is going to be taking super effective damage from that Confusion. Equaling, Psycho Cut's going to help you get that charge bar up quicker to do super effective damage with your charge moves in whatever situation you're in. But if you're talking raw damage, total damage output, yes, Confusion is going to be your best bet. Now, that's going to be going up against raids or gyms. If you're in a PvP match, the key is to get your charge bar charged up as quick as possible because Confusion is extremely slow. And say there's a Tyranitar out there, you have no more Pokemon, you're sitting there Confusion, super slow. And you're thinking to yourself, why is it taking so long for my charge moves to get up? Well, because Confusion charges them up very slow. Psycho Cut's going to get them up there extremely fast, equaling you want that for PvP, okay? So let me show you. That's exactly why I have Psycho Cut on my Mewtwo for PvP, right? Now, Thunderbolt, is that something you want? Well, I don't have any charge TMs, and that's what I got when I paid for the extra move, so I'm just sticking with it. And actually, it's been helping me out quite well. So it does work, guys. Psycho Cut is going to charge up those things so much faster in PvP. So yeah, you don't really want Confusion unless you know you're going up against somebody who likes to use things that are weak against Psychic, I guess. But that's all you. So it will leave you vulnerable if you do have Confusion to not get off those charge moves. So I just wanted to clear up the air. If you're going up against raids, you're going to want Confusion. You're thinking, well, why are we going back to Confusion if Psycho Cut's better for PvP? Because the raids are doing a lot of damage to you as well, but it's charging almost the same as Psycho Cut. In PvP, the mechanics work a little bit differently, and you have to understand that, and that is very key. Things move and act differently. There's different beats, all right? It's server beats. It's not your real-time beats. Okay? So simply put, what do you want for PvP? Psycho Cut. What do you want for raids? Confusion. Simple as that. There's no other explanation. It's not too complicated to understand, and that's it, okay? Now, if you're going up against a Tyranitar raid with Mewtwo, which you shouldn't really be doing, having Psycho Cut may be a little bit better, although if it's continuously attacking you, Psycho Cut and Confusion are almost going to be charging that charge bar all the same. It's like Psycho Cut will get it there a millisecond, 0.7 seconds faster maybe, all right? Which can be significant down to the last bit of milliseconds. But Confusion is making up for that loss of energy gain with massive damage, and it's simple as that. And if you have a friendship bonus, Confusion is blowing Psycho Cut completely out of the water. So simple as that. Anybody who tells you otherwise, they just really don't understand what they're talking about. So there you have it for Mewtwo, Confusion, Psycho Cut. Going online, you're definitely going to want those quicker moves because they're going to charge up your charge bar quicker. As simple as that. So we are over here on the Go Hub, and you're wondering what's with the Gliscor. You haven't said anything about it. You're sitting there powering it up. Yes, I went for it because of the movesets. So let's go ahead and take a look at this over here on the Go Hub. So it is going to be a ground and flying type. Max CP 2,692, attack 185, defense 222, and stamina 181. So it is Not looking too hot for attack. Its defense is okay. But I made an exception because, like I said, the moveset, let's go ahead and go over that. It's going to be weak to ice. As a matter of fact, it's going to be ground and flying, so both of those types are weak against it. It's going to be taking massive damage from ice, and then also weak to water, resisting ground, bug, electric, fighting, and poison. Okay, so not a bad little lineup there, although it does have a 4 times weakness, which is not too hot. Now, let's look at its moves, which is why I decided to go with it. We have Fury Cutter and then Wing Attack. Now, back to those quick moves, charging up your charge bars a lot faster. Fury Cutter is going to be where you want to be, okay? It is going to be getting a lot more energy than Wing Attack for sure, all right? And then you have the charge moves Earthquake, Aerial Ace, and then Night Slash. Aerial Ace and Night Slash both being a 3 charge bar move. With Fury Cutter, you're going to be putting on some pretty decent damage. I mean, it does have only 3, damage right there for Fury Cutter, but it's going to be charging up those 3 charge bars extremely fast, equaling tear down their shields and eat through their health, pretty much. All right. If you want to go with Earthquake, that's all you. It's 1 big charge bar move, so it's going to take you a little bit longer to get it up. And who knows how vulnerable you're going to be out there with that 4 times weakness to ice Pokemon, or ice moves, should I say. So you may want to look out for that. Aerial Ace and Night Slash are a pretty solid option, seeing that people like to use, guess what? Metagross. You have Night Slash, super effective dark move. Then you have Fury Cutter, super effective to Tyranitar, and as well as Metagross. So make sure you pick your moves wisely and start evolving Pokemon that have these extremely fast quick moves and 3 charge, 2 charge bar moves, because those are going to be key basically. And another thing about PvP, guys, is whoever joins in the match with the more superior Pokemon in that situation, and that's pretty much who's going to determine the win there. Not necessarily all the time, but if you enter into a match, you're taking super effective damage and they're taking resisted damage, and then you switch. When you're switching, you're actually taking damage as you're leaving, and then when your Pokemon comes in, you're still taking damage. So there needs to be some things that need to be twerked with PvP. Right, so let's focus back on the quick moves. So we have my Alakazam here. Very nice. Legacy Dazzling Gleam. Has Confusion and Shadow Ball as well. Dazzling Gleam and Shadow Ball are 2 charge bar move, going up fairly quick. If I had Psycho Cut, I would totally change that right now, but the thing is, I don't have any quick moves. I have been putting my other Pokemon as priority, and I'll get to this one in due time. But yes, when you're going into a PvP match itself, you're going to want those quick moves like we went over with Mewtwo. Now, this is going to start some conflict with your raid Pokemon and the Pokemon you have for PvP. You're going to have to start a whole new list unless you're completely stacked on TMs and you can just switch your moves at will. So what I'm getting at is, if you go up against a raid that will call for possibly Confusion on your Alakazam instead of Psycho Cut, the weak, slow one, that is going to be charging up your charge bar quicker, but when you're going up against a raid, Confusion is going to be top-notch king. Well, you're going to have to TM it to get back if you're using that Alakazam with Psycho Cut, right? So I'm having that problem personally. And also, let me show you this. It's really unfortunate. So we have, starting with the Typhlosion, that shiny one, and then we have the Starmie, 2,500 and up. Look how many CP points it is. 7. And then the Starmie, 17. And then the Nidoking, 24. So it's really unfortunate because all these Pokemon just barely missed that Ultra League, which I could have used them so much. You know what that means? I had to power up a whole new set. Oh yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of you out there who understand where I'm coming from for this. It's really something, guys. So, forcing me to power up new Pokemon and spend a whole lot of Stardust. Yeah, I'm definitely buying those moves for all of them as well because it's just nice. So yeah, this Slowking here, we have Water Gun. Now let's go over that quick move and then Fire Blast and Psychic. That's some very good coverage right there. So if you have a Tyranitar in your face, well, you have Water Gun, which, just to let you know, is one of the best quick moves for PvP because it's so fast, and Water Gun is just a decently strong move. So yeah, if you have a Tyranitar in your face, just Water Gun them all the way. And then you have Fire Blast coverage for those grass types or Steel, and then Psychic for the fighting and or poison types or whatever you're going up against there. So that's a pretty nice set. It's that good coverage that you're trying to look for. So yeah, definitely want Water Gun for your Slowkings or pretty much anything that has Water Gun. Now, if we go over to Kingdra here, we have Dragon Breath, and then it also learns Waterfall. Which one would you want? Because I know everybody's eyeballing the Kingdra now. Yeah, Kingdra's in the spotlight. It's actually very good. So yeah, what do you want? Dragon Breath or Waterfall? Depends on what kind of coverage you have for your team and what kind of moves that you have on your other Pokemon. But personally, you may want to go with Dragon Breath, doing a lot of damage very quick, charging up that Outrage and Hydro Pump a lot faster than Waterfall. But on the flip side, Waterfall is doing a lot of damage, not going to be charging those up as quick. And depending on what is out there, what your opponent has, if you're not taking super effective damage, you may be able to use Waterfall to last a little bit longer in the battle, do a little bit more damage, and then finally get that Outrage up if you know you're going to be able to take reduced damage from those Pokemon in the battle. So here's a fun example to use, the Gengar with Lick and or Shadow Claw. We previously had that amazing Shadow Claw, which is top notch, which is basically still top. But now we have PvP, and moves that do the least amount of damage are going to be gaining so much energy for those charge moves. And guess what? Lick works beautifully for PvP. Now, I don't really want Sludge Bomb on this, to be honest with you. I probably should have Shadow Ball. Definitely not going to switch up Psychic because I personally have went up against several of these. And my gosh, that Psychic hits hard. Like, are you serious? I'm Steel type, and that still did a lot of damage. Are you kidding me? But yeah, so Gengar is a great example. As you can see, it's only doing 5 damage. And if you're not aware quite yet as to the plus 10, that is a glitch. It's on everything. I can swipe to the side and Bullet Punch is plus 10. How you're going to get Bullet Punch, which is Steel, and then Lick, both boosted at the same time. So yeah, that is broken, just a little FYI. So you're going to definitely want to look for those moves on your Pokemon that are going to be doing the least amount of damage for the quick moves. They're going to be giving you more energy gain for your charge moves. Can't say that enough, okay, folks? So with that said, I hope this video helped you out. If it did, please give it a like, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.